Hello. Oh boy, hold on. Hey, this something's missing. Name is to blame. Name. What have you done? Name in the name of what? How's everybody doing? Let me fix myself. Oh, what's that? Is something for me to react? Oh, I see. All right, let me check that out. Let me let me copy that real quick. And oh, people are sending me links already. Goodness. You guys really want me to react to things. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another lovely reaction night. I won't be doing this for long. Uh, I uh, I wanted to talk first about Castlevania. That is a commercial. Let's mute that. But anyway, yeah, you send it on Facebook. Got it. Twilly, send me something too. All right, give me a second. As I set those things up. Alrighty then. But like I was saying, I wanted to talk about Castlevania. Yeah, so good. Castlevania is so good. Let me get the chat. Let me get Twiddly's uh link. Let me get all these links ready for consumption. Let me pause it right there. And she sent me another one. All right. And let's put that one here. And I know that Ryan's is on Facebook, so I don't have to worry about going away. All right. So anyway, things are ready. Good, good, good. But anyway, guys, you guys saw Castlevania on Netflix? If you guys haven't, I definitely recommend it. Should I have my hoodie on? Hold on. God damn it. I'm just fixing my banana. I'm just I'm just fixing my banana. Listen. Listen, I just got out of the shower, so my hair is a mess. That's why I'm wearing the bandana right now. But anyway, do you guys watch the Netflix Castlevania anime, which it was fucking fantastic? I gotta say, it's clearly made by people that love the franchise, probably a lot more than Konami does. Because holy goodness gracious, the best thing that Konami has done with Castlevania lately is, allowing this anime to happen. And I think I forgot to change this to talk show, so give me a second. There you go, talk show and podcast. Update that. Also, let's change the title of the stream. But shit, I watched the whole thing yesterday, and it was fantastic. And as a fan of Castlevania, I can appreciate all the little Easter eggs that were in there. Um, Literally, I watched it with Paris, and you haven't seen Castlevania season 2? It's okay. I'll try not to spoil anything. Actually, I'm gonna be talking about it a little vague, so everybody can enjoy it. This little conversation without, you know, spoiling too much things. You've been rewatching JoJo? That's a good choice. I can't blame you for that one. Always watch JoJo. If you have to choose between JoJo and anything else, watch JoJo. I don't know, I'm just playing with things now. But anyway, it was fantastic. I love it. Tiny little things, Easter eggs that if you're not a Castlevania freak like me, you might miss them. A Batman. Okay. But it was glorious, and I love it. The way it ended. It was open for other seasons. Which I hope they keep making more Castlevania. I know that the ending seemed quite final to be redundant. Uh oh oh no no spoiler. By the way, it clearly the person that made this adaptation loved Symphony of the Night because Alucard was so predominant in this show. Actually, like originally the video games and the canon story is Trevor who deliver, spoiler alert, you know, Dracula dies, but Dracula always dies and comes back, so that shouldn't be a spoiler because Castlevania. But yeah, Alucard was so predominant in this one. Cozy Papa, how you doing, AK? I hope you're doing just fine. Fantastic, just wonderfully. Did you watch the Castlevania show on Netflix? If not, get on that because it's fantastic. And if you love Castlevania, it's even better. They confirmed season 3? Oh shit. I need sources for that because I need to make a party. You go ahead. You can boop boop ahead. Boop 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 ahead. um but going back to the Easter eggs, I know my girlfriend started yelling at me every time I saw something. I start screaming out of the top of my lungs, and she had to rewind so she can hear what the characters were saying. They started with a boss battle. And there's a recurring boss in Castlevania that is the gargoyle that grabs the guy with the beak and the lance. Let's use two normal enemies that combine make a boss. They actually show that in the show. Um, and to be fair, most of the creatures are from the show, and it's fantastic. Oh, that's the source. Thanks, dude. This thing Konami did was let's make Richter. Yes, two things that Konami has done. Let the Belmonts be on Smash Brothers, and allow this anime to happen because it's fantastic. It's so good. Dracula was such a compelling villain. They made him sympathetic, but that's one problem that I have because I don't know how they're gonna continue the story with the way that Dracula went down. Because Dracula went down in a way that it was very sympathetic, and I don't know uh, how they're going to, mm, you know, make him come back because Dracula always comes back, and when he comes back, he wants to fuck shit up. Uh, yeah, I'm watching Hunter x Hunter and JoJo. You know what? Those are good options. I like to do all the way. Yeah, that's the thing. They wanted to do all the way to Summer Cruise, which is fantastic. That's where the old canon ends, and then Konami decided to make the Curse of Darkness thing happen, and oh my god. Yo, the Belmont Hall Easter eggs were fucking amazing. You saw Leon Belmont's picture? When I saw that shit, I flip around. My girlfriend wanted to kill me. Oh, is that fucking Leon? Ah! And then Trevor started talking about Leon. I was like, ah! Are they gonna do that though? Are they gonna go and do Laments of Innocent? Because that shit will be great. That's another thing. Is the Morning Star the vampire killer? Because I get it. They call it the Morning Star because in the Nintendo game, in the manual, that was called the Morning Star. So it's like, I get it. It's an Easter egg from the Nintendo era, but is that the vampire killer, or are we gonna see the vampire killer later on? Trevor still doesn't have it, or I don't know. I want a clarification when it comes to that. Because the best part of the Laments of Innocence, where Leon Bellman come from, is the story of how the vampire killer was made. I know he kills vampires, but a lot of things kill vampires. The thing about the vampire killer is that it is a weapon that transforms. It goes from an old leather whip to a chain whip to a fire whip to, it's an alchemic weapon. Yes, spoilers alert. Yes. All right, let me Twilly, can you send me those links on as a message so I don't have to scroll up and copy paste them again? Because they're going up, so I don't know if I'll be able to react to them. But JoJo versus Dracula. Well, to be fair, Dracula. I mean, the Castlevania series and the JoJo series are very similar to each other. To the point that you can find JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Easter eggs in Castlevania. In one of the games, Soma can summon a blue phantom that punches real fast that screams "Ora, ora, ora, ora." In Symphony of the Night, you can find the Stone Mass. So, hey, was it Bloody Tears or was Vampire Killer? Because that's another complaint about that I have about the show. They didn't use the fantastic, original soundtrack of Castlevania that has amazing music, and so it's sad that they didn't use the music, but at the same time, thanks to that, when they finally showed that, I don't know if it was Bloody Tears or Vampire Killer, when you hear that song, you go like, "That's the Castlevania song." Oh my god, and it fits the scene because shit is going down. This is fucking awesome. So I don't know if it would have the same impact if we would have been listening to, Castlevania songs throughout the whole series. But that one moment was so great just because shit is going down. It's time to go, and then you hear the Castlevania song, and it's like, mwah! Fucking beautiful. Perfect. All right, Twilly, thank you. Holy crap! But guys, what do you guys think? I mean, who has? Okay, first of all, I need to see how many people in the chat has seen the show and who hasn't watched the latest season. So I try to avoid spoilers to a certain point. But if we all are in the same, round of episodes, we can talk into more detail. You know, I love Castlevania. Castlevania is great, and they released the HD versions of Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night for PlayStation 4, which is kind of sad that they should have released that for the Switch because having that on the go. You're only on to episode 6 on season 2. All right. No, I got cheese links from earlier, but sure if you want to. Um, but man, it was fantastic. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they're releasing for PlayStation 4. It's a shame because I would love to have Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood on the go. I have those games on the Switch, and they have no. Only watch season 1. All right, well there you go. There you go. So the way that it was. So okay, it is an adaptation, so it's not completely faithful to the canon, but it's fascinating the way that they interpret the story, and you can tell that this was made by fans of the franchise in general, because aside from the little Easter eggs, also the way that the story was structured, it was structured in a way that they had future parts and prequels in mind. things that probably will never happen. You don't know if they're gonna get that many seasons. Maybe the next season will be the last one. But the way that they structure the series, I feel like they did it with the whole, Castlevania old canon in mind, and I really appreciate that because the world felt alive, felt fantastic. It was pretty brutal though. It was a pretty brutal world, but it was Castlevania, and I fucking loved it. Hey, let me know when you want to play Harmony of Despair. Yo, Harmony of Despair. That's what's that? Not to see Grant. Yeah, what was the deal with Grant? There was a lot of characters that didn't show, and I get it. A lot of people don't like Grant, and clearly the people that make the anime didn't like Grant. Um, but where is Death? Death was a great part of the story, and if they're gonna do the prequel with Leon, Death plays an important role in that game. Also, the vampire killer plays an important role because they show the creation of the vampire killer and why it's so good. The vampire killer is a weapon that hates vampires. It's the bane of vampires, and it will destroy vampires and anything related to them. So, since death is a divine creature, it has divine powers. But since it's associated with Dracula, it's still weak to the vampire killer. The vampire killer can kill death. So, man. But Harmony of Despair, that's the multiplayer one, right? I would love to play it on Wednesday, on Halloween, cause shit. Yeah, I want to do a long stream on Wednesday. I don't stream on Wednesdays, but this is gonna be a special stream because it's Halloween, so I want to do something. But yeah, I would love to see the Leon part. Um, it's an amazing sequel, but if they're gonna do that in the next season, because the next season we're still gonna see Hector and Isaac, um, because their game takes place right after Castlevania 3, so it makes sense that they will wanna resolve that before they go into prequels or go into the future. So they might want to resolve that whole section first. So I can see that the next season might be revolving around Isaac and Hector, and that will be great. And maybe then in that season they will show why Dracula becomes super mega evil again. Because there's certain things that you see that the writers put in there just to show you, oh, it's gonna Dracula when it comes back, he has a reason to be evil. Like there's a whole episode that show you the Dracula. Yeah, in the past I would have done this and that, and they show you a whole scene of Dracula being a fucking asshole to humans. And I feel that that scene was put there just to show you that Dracula was super evil before he met his wife, and he's just there to excuse the future return of Dracula in future seasons. You know, but still, it doesn't feel that heavy because the way that the anime ended was, Dracula felt very sympathetic, and yeah. Man, I just got done some pork rolls, some pork rolls, egg and cheese sandwich. I'm fucking hungry. Thanks, Harry. Really appreciate it. But like I was saying, yeah, that one episode where they showed Dracula being a complete dick to humans. Again, no spoilers. I'm not telling you, how they show that. In which part of the story they show that episode, and what's the context behind that. It's just that it feels that that scene was there just to excuse the future return of Dracula and being an asshole. Shit was good. What, the food or the Netflix show? Which one? Leave that comment there. But yeah, so my predictions next Curse of Darkness next season. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That is going to be the next season because they left everything both they left everything open in a way that if they want to move on with sequels and prequels, I mean if they want to move to the future for a sequel, they need to resolve this first. They need to resolve the whole Isaac and Hector storyline. We need to see Hector. I don't even know. Hector is gonna be the hero of the next season. I don't know. I still need to see him. Uh, you know, finding his way to a human village and liking that and turning good and you know being dragged back into bullshit. Because of Isaac is kind of upset about the whole Dracula thing, but we need to see that, and he needs to escape from. I was trying to draw Sora, but got frustrated with how it came out. It's understandable, dude. I mean, I just had an art stream before this, and I know how frustrating drawing can get, especially the blank piece of paper or monitor or whatever you're using to draw is the most daunting part of it because you're like, I need to start. I was watching a new Netflix show called Haunted where people talk about being haunted. Oh, random titties show up in the season finale. Spoiler: Samu is wearing a bikini, but she got no nipples. Man, I love my chat. My chat is the best. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, why aren't you following me on Twitch? You guys can talk to all these guys. Ah. So you're watching Sabrina. How is Sabrina? You told me that Salim just talks for like 2 seconds and that's it. Worst show ever. The cat needs to talk every episode. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put my foot down on that one. Anyway, Netflix Dracula bullshit. Castlevania, fucking fantastic. I still need to know what's going to happen. What route are they gonna take? They're gonna do the Hector and Isaac story. Where's the vampire killer? Is the Morning Star the vampire killer? It definitely looks very mystical, and definitely that weapon seems that it's made to destroy vampires. In Sabrina Silent is a familiar, which are goblins that turn into animal guardians. Man, you know what? Talking about goblins after the whole Goblin Slayer thingy feels weird. We can't see goblins the same way. It's gonna be fun when I start playing sticks again. His natural form is like 10 feet tall. I don't like that. No, I don't. Sally needs to be a cat. They beat the shit out of the scarecrow monster. So this show feel okay. Tell me something, Jerry. Does the show feel a little more like vampire? I mean Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of deal? Like because I saw the trailers, we reacted to the trailers here, and it kind of gave me that, Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of vibe. Like, you know, I mean, you told me season 2 she beat up a scarecrow monster, so but yeah. Anyway, what was I saying about Castlevania? Um, I love it how they gave enough screen times to all the characters. All the characters were really important, but clearly, um, Alucard was the most important character in this season. And the way that the anime ended feels like we're not gonna see Alucard in the next one. Uh, because his arc is over, and technically this season was the Alucard arc. And my prediction is we might not see Alucard till the Symphony of the Night show, if they ever make one. I mean, the creators want to go up to Soma, so definitely they're gonna do the Symphony of the Night part. Since we are such a tonal shift from Godbrand was fantastic. I really didn't want that character to die. Every time I saw him scream, man, you're evil and you're a vampire and you're definitely gonna get killed at one point in this show, but I don't want you to die. You're fantastic. He's a fucking vampire Viking that love drinking, fucking, and just killing. Oh, I'm a fucking Viking. I like boats. Best line. West Riverdale with open being in the season, so I knew what I will be on. Well, yeah, that's thing. Isn't that like the same universe? I mean, I know it's the same creators, but Godbrand was fantastic. And I was thinking, Godbrand. Do you think Godbrand was the substitute for Grant? Because again, um, you know, Grant was first a boss and then he turns human. I don't know. It's kind of sad that we didn't get to see him. You know, we could have seen some wall climbing pirate action. But so if anybody knows what happened to Grant in this show, let me know, because it's over now, and definitely we're moving into the Hector and Isaac arc. So there's no chance of seeing Grant ever again. I don't think so, dude. Where would you put Grant? Unless, okay, I get it. Carmilla takes Hector away to her land, so I can see him trying to go back to Wallachia, taking a ship, and you know, the pirate it takes a pirate ship, and that's Graham's ship, probably. But I don't see him playing a big role in that one. Not since they ended. Grant part was this part, the Dracula's curse part, the Castlevania 3 part. That's where you see Grant. Grant does not become relevant again till the fighting game, which was kind of weird because the character designs were made by the guy who designed the drawings for the Death Note manga. So Grant was weird as fucking shit in that one. He looked like a fucking mummy Shinigami. So who remembers that game? Who played that game? Let me know in the chat who played that game. Hey, you seen the latest episode of the Flash? I have not. When asked about Grant, then the editor said, "I can't spoil it because I'm getting too many spoilers. You'll just have to wait to see. I can't even get into it because it will become a thing." Yeah. Well, there you go. I stand corrected. So maybe that's what's gonna happen. Grant is gonna be okay. Let's take this apart. Grant is a pirate that was turned into a monster and it was guarding the clock tower. How are you gonna introduce him to the story right now after the whole Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse part is over? Because that's where he was introduced. So it has to be the next season with Isaac and Hector because that technically still part of the Castlevania 3 timeline. The events of that game happen 3 years after the defeat of Dracula. Actually, there's something in the trailer that I didn't see in the season. That's interesting. Do you have a picture of it so we might see it here? Let me know if you can find a picture of it because I really want to see that. If there's something that they didn't show this season, that will be great. But I really love it where they ended. They ended in a way that they could end the show right there, and I'll be happy. But they gave it vague and open enough for it to have a continuation. When I did my article on the trailer, I focused on the scene where the monsters was Force Master and then flew out the window. Yeah. So Grant will fall in love with Trevor, and and his soul will create the vampire killer. Did Paris wrote that? That's some yaoi shit right there. Let's not do that. Let's I I was asking that. I wanna know. I have never watched Riverdale. I haven't watched that either. Well, then again, I wasn't a fan of Archie, so. I want to know. I was asking if you were here earlier, you would see that I asked the same question. I wanted to know because if they want to do the prequel with Leon, the vampire killer is a very important plot line in that in that game, and death also plays a very important part in that game. So the fact that we didn't see death in this show and the vampire killer is gonna be a major problem if they want to do the Leon section of the story. So I would like to see how they will turn that. Leon a flashback. That will make me sad, because I mean they say that they wanted to go to the Soma era, so they I assume they will love to at least touch each Belmont for a little bit. So I would like to see Leon in a few more episodes than just a flashback. Also, I was asking, is the Morningstar the vampire killer, or is just a weapon similar to the vampire killer? And Trevor hasn't found the vampire killer yet, because the way that Dracula took a hit from the Morningstar and, spoiler alert, did not die. The fact that they didn't do too much damage to it, the vampire killer is literally was born thanks to Dracula. So I don't think the Morningstar was the vampire killer. You think they just want to touch a little? Directly, even especially remarks on the Morningstar. I know, and I'm pretty sure that I mean he would have said something else if it was the vampire killer, because literally the vampire killer is the bane of everything related to the vampires, not just vampires. Anything that is associated with them. Like, literally, if you're friends with a vampire, the vampire killer will blast you to oblivion. It's most likely the vampire killer. I guess. I just, I just wish there was a bit more to it. That would have. Listen, I'm a fan of the vampire killer. It's one of my favorite fictional weapons, and if it is the vampire killer, I would love for them to refer to it, by name. But I understand why they call it the Morning Star, because again, in the manual of the game, it was called the Morning Star. Back then, they put in too much effort when it comes to the story and the vampire killer. Japanese dub, vampire killer equals Morning Star. I don't know. Maybe again, I know why the creators call it the Morning Star, because yes, Morning Star is called in the manual, and that name was a little bit of a Easter egg, just like the Leon picture and the boss battles. So I understand that. But if it's the vampire killer, as you Amicus, you're talking. I'm not talking spoilers. I'm trying to keep this not as spoilery as before. But by the way, I'm probably gonna play Soul Calibur. Soul. Read my lips since I'm muted. Soul Calibre. Not Soul Eater. Oh, come on. Would be weird have him find a special hidden chest only for him to just find something else. I mean, you're right. Okay, let's assume that he's a vampire killer, and they call it the Morning Star because the knowledge to what the vampire killer is lost to Trevor, because again his family and all that shit happens. But so the weapon has to get stronger somehow, because the weapon evolves. So So if it is the vampire killer, maybe it's in a dormant state. But don't get me wrong, he still did a lot of cool shit. When the tip glowed like it was on fire and exploded shit, that was fucking fantastic. And if I think about the vampire killer, that's how it should work. It should blast shit into oblivion. Whatever you say, play you. I'll think about it, Kyrie. I'll think about it. I know, right? That Alucard had a better childhood than Trevor. That's fucked up. I'm going to react in probably 5 more minutes. Oh shit, he's falling. Don't you worry. So I know people want me to react to things, so I'm probably gonna get on with that. So what do you guys think? Let me know. More vampire kill, more awaken to the true form. That could be a nice, plot device to the whole thing. All right, I'll let you know. Okay, but shit, it is fantastic. I want to make Richter. I already did, and I already gave him Ivy's weapon. I'll Bite! Alright, give me a second. I gotta show you something. Let me go to Facebook. I gotta go to Facebook anyway. You're not wrong. That is a thing that you could have done. And again, I love the way that the anime ended because it just feels right. If they stop it there, that's it. I'm happy. Hopefully they're not though. I want more. I really want more. All right, hold on. I need to show you this. I need to show you this. Where's my pictures? Where's my pictures? Where is my Fuck, I'm trying to look for pictures. I have an untitled album over here. What the fuck is that all about? Shit. You know, fuck it. I'm going to my Steam account. That's where I'll find it easier. Make Cloud Strife. Probably somebody else already made Cloud Strife, man. Castlevania Season 2, Vampiric Shakespeare. Portrait of Ruin will be fucking great. But that means that we'll have to go through John Morris first. They will have to go through Bloodlines. And at that point, they will make the novels canon too. The Dracula novel, it's literally part of the Castlevania canon thanks to Bloodlines. Jaggy from Hakuto no Ken. Damn. Okay. You guys want me to make what should I call it? Let me go to my profile. Games and their screenshots. There we go. Man, I have 3,000 something screenshots. All right, hold on. Let me show you this. All right, where's my thing? Where's my monitor? Where's my monitor? There it is. Let me put that on real quick. All right. There you go. I made Richter. Right there. And he's whipping a ghost. He's fucking whipping a ghost. He's fucking fantastic. It's crazy. I am shocked. I have not played The Sims. My Paris have though. She loves that game. Oh, by the way, here's Dracula too. Please note that the lightning and the castle. I'm just putting that up there. Just make Dracula too. And Soul Calibur. Also, Goblin Slayer. Look at the glowy eye. That took me quite a bit to actually get it. But anyway, enough of that. Here's cheese again. But anyway, all right. Let's go back to Castlevania. Boo. There we go. And let me turn the monitor off in case boobies pop up. You need to have your Goblin Slayer fight that big dick goblin. You're right. I should do that. I should make a big dick goblin. Oh man, I haven't played Soul Calibur on stream. Uh, but I bet that as soon as I jump online, I'm gonna see so many lizard men with giant dicks. It's not even gonna be fun. It's just lizard men with dicks everywhere. But anyway, Castlevania was great. Watch it. Was fantastic. I tried to keep this as spoiler free as I could. Make Rico from Kingdom Hearts though. I'll let Paris make that because Paris is the Kingdom Hearts fan here. I'm not that much of a fan. So if she gets here and wants to make a character, she can make it. So anyway, she said versus Toulette Part 2. We can do that on Wednesday. Or maybe today. I don't know. After this, I'm gonna do some reactions and probably play some some orangey juice with Oscar because he wanted me to. GG, make characters that people won't know who the fuck they are. I already make myself. I'm pretty sure nobody knows who the fuck I am. I was gonna make Dio. I love it how this turned into Soul Calibur instead of Castlevania. But anyway, moving on to reactions then. I'm gonna make Dio later. I mean, JoJo's pretty much Castlevania. Castlevania is pretty much JoJo, so there you go. So anyways, you guys want me to react to something? Again, this is the YouTube outro. Don't go nowhere. Don't get scared. So this is for YouTube alone. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. If you guys want me to react to something, send me videos. Watch Castlevania. It was fantastic. I tried to keep this as spoiler-free as I possibly could. Main random guy from page 6, panel 4 of the book. Okay. Sure, you can play Orange Juice with me, Twilly, if I play with Oscar. We can ask him after I'm done with reaction. But up next, reactions. So if you want me to react to something, send me the video. Tunnels! I'm just posing for the outro.